You've probably seen one of MTA's commuter buses downtown or on the expressway transporting commuters to work and home during morning and afternoon drive times. As you can imagine, with the price of gas these days, commuter bus services have become more popular. In recent months, the MTA has introduced 2 new commuter bus routes, which have been established to make travel along the new ICC or Intercounty connector fast, convenient, and easy while minimizing gas, wear and tear, and usage of your car. MTA Deputy Director of Mark and Commuter Bus, Glenn Safran, joins with us with information on the new ICC commuter bus lines. Hi, Glenn.
Hi, Joe.
I love to meet with you when we're discussing good news.
It is good news.
It is good news.
Yes, it is.
So here we are. We've expanded our commuter bus service to include these ICC bus routes. So tell us about this new commuter bus service.
Well, there are 2 new routes, like you suggested. One of them is predominantly headed towards BWI Airport from the areas in Montgomery County. We have some park and ride lots in Montgomery County. We pick people up, we connect to the Shady Grove Metro Red Line and bring people to the airport. It's 7-day-a-week service.
Wait a minute, you said 7-day-a-week service?
7-day-a-week service.
That's amazing.
People travel 7 days. They
need service 7
Correct.
days.
And
so that's, which route is that?
That would be the 201 service.
Okay.
And then there's this 202 service, which is 5 days a week. More traditional type of commuter route. It's only peak AM service, taking people to NSA and Fort Meade, and then bringing them home in the afternoon.
So this is already up and running right now?
This has been running since March 1st. We started these 2 routes.
That's great. Now, how did this come to be? I mean, everybody knows about this ICC road. How did MTA kind of get in the middle of providing service?
We were very fortunate when the roadway, in the development of the roadway, there was a transit element that was set aside. And the MTA was tasked to provide transit along the ICC. And what we came up with was a total of 5 routes, but we started with 2 routes because only part of the roadway is open. It's only open from I-270 over to Georgia Avenue. That's the only open segment of this road now. So we added 2 routes, and then we have plans to do some additional service later on.
But I have to tell you, that's a huge congestion point, so it's great to know that now folks have an alternative. But I guess the biggest thing people need to understand is this saves money. This will save them. How much is the fare? So, okay, if I'm going to be driving from Montgomery County to BWI, I'm paying tolls, I'm paying gas money. It's going to be about a $50, $60 trip, and that doesn't even count parking. How much will it cost them to get a pass and ride on the ICC commuter bus?
How does $5 sound one way?
$5 one way? $10 round trip?
$10 round trip.
So if I'm going on a trip, and let's say I need to go to BWI, and I park my car and get on that ICC bus, it's $5 going down, and then whenever I fly back, it's $5 going back the other way.
There's
and
no
free
parking fees, free parking. Absolutely. And additionally, if you want to buy a 10-trip pass, if you're a frequent flyer or a frequent traveler, or you're using these services for work, get a 10-trip ticket that's good for a 10% discount as well.
That is amazing. I can't believe more people aren't doing this.
We're getting more and more riders every day.
So, you know, when you look at the ICC routes, you said the 7-day route, it targets, I want to get the areas because people need to know in Montgomery County. It starts out in Montgomery County and it services major parking rides like Shady Grove.
Right. There's Gaithersburg. There's a park and ride lot right there that's free. The Shady Grove, which is also, there is paid parking at Shady Grove, but the connection to the Metro Red Line is there. There's a Norbeck lot that we also hit. And then we also run through Burtonsville, which is the very eastern part of Montgomery County. And from then it expresses directly to the airport. It makes 2 stops within the airport outer ring like the rest of the buses do. And it actually finishes out the route over at the Mark Amtrak train station.
You can ride it all the way around, actually. Like that's amazing. Who operates this service? I know MTA overall operates, but are we using contractors to operate the service?
Yes, like all the commuter routes, it is a contracted service. We purchase the equipment, and we lease them to operators, and they're under contract to run this service.
Okay. Now, then, what's been the initial response from the public? I mean, with this being such a good service, how has the public reacted to hearing about this?
Well, we've been trying to get the word out. There's a large area and a large population we need to get the word to. As we continue to market this service, we're getting more and more riders that are just falling in love with it. They realize the cost savings and what a benefit it is to them, and they're getting the word out for us.
I think word of mouth is probably one of the strongest things you can do.
It certainly is.
But there is a website, so people can come actually to the MTA website and link to it to get that information. Am I correct?
That's correct, but there's a separate website specifically. It's the MTA ICCbus.com.
Okay.
Is the website directly. It'll give you the route information, the departure times, arrival times for all those services. And the schedules. The schedule's there, and they can get that information. Exactly. That's good. Now, how do you buy your ticket? You buy your ticket on the bus when you get there, or? Yes, you can buy. You can purchase multi-day passes through the mail, through the MTA directly, like the 10-trip tickets, or you
Okay.
can buy those 10-trip tickets on the bus or pay cash fare on the bus.
Cash fare only on the bus.
And you can pay cash again to buy your 10-trip tickets.
Okay,
yes.
that sounds great. You've made this incredibly convenient for everyone.
Right.
Now, as more and more service rolls out, will there be additional information? You guys are going to update the website, and you'll continue to let people know when the service is rolling out and expanding to different communities. Am I correct?
Absolutely. In fact, what we did with the first 2 routes, and the same process will follow. We'll have to have a series of public hearings.
Okay.
And we'll have public meetings in the areas that are going to be impacted, and we'll let people know that way. And we'll continue with our marketing campaign to get the word out.
That's great. You're fully engaging these communities. I like that.
It's exciting to be doing something new
That's
and
good news.
different than what we've done in the past. So.
That sounds great. Well, Glenn, thank you so much. We love the ICC. We're excited. And when you roll out those new lines, promise me you'll come back.
I think I will.
Sounds great. Coming up next, our Ask the MTA segment. We'll answer some of your questions about MTA service, so stay with us.